So welcome to my class, and in this, as I told you before, that I'm going to talk about the the shape of the average revenue curve in different market situations. Now tell me, which is the concept of revenue, which is the demand curve of the firm under various market structures? What is it? If you've been following my lessons, you will know for sure the answer would be on your tips. Yes, you're right, it is average revenue. Okay, so we did talk about that the seller's receipt is the buyer's payment. So per unit receipt is per unit payment. So that means whatever the revenue that your average revenue that you're getting per unit is average. So whatever average revenue you're getting is the price that the consumer is paying for that per unit. So that is the basic idea that we'll be doing here. So we will be talking about average revenue, and see, average revenue is what? Total revenue upon output sold. So what is total revenue? I mean, if you can just see. So total revenue is what? P into Q upon Q. So average revenue is equal to price. Okay, and the price is at various price, that is the demand for that particular product. So if you reason out step by step, it becomes very simple. So AR is a demand curve. Average revenue is a demand curve because average revenue from seller's point of view is equal to the price from the buyer's point of view. So that is why AR curve, that is the average revenue curve, is the firm's demand curve, right? So that's what we'll be doing, and I'm going to show you that the demand curve, the average revenue curve, under various market situations are different. Now, perfect competition, because the price is given, so we said if the price is given, that means per unit price, that means the demand is the same. I mean, at every level, the price is the same for any amount of units you want to buy. So it is an infinite demand curve. The elasticity is infinity. And if you're talking about monopolistic competition, then in this, it is highly elastic demand curve. And if you're talking about a monopoly market structure, here the elasticity of demand, that or if you talk about average revenue, it is highly inelastic, or it's an inelastic curve. So what does inelastic mean? It means that even after a considerable change in price, the demand doesn't change much. Highly elastic, what does it mean? It means that for even a small percentage of change, there's a considerable change in demand. So with that, I want you to just have a look at these figures. And so you will, first of all, let me just tell you again. So per unit revenue and per unit price are one and the same thing. That means a seller's receipt is buyer's payment. So average revenue from seller's point of view is equal to the price from the buyer's point of view. So for this reason, average revenue curve and firm's demand curve are the same. They are called the same. So average revenue curve is called demand curve since it shows quantities demanded by the buyers at different prices. So these are the average revenue curves in these three market situations, three markets. One is, see, the perfect competition, the first one. Here what do you notice? Are the prices given? And so average revenue is equal to marginal revenue. So we've done these tables before. You can check on those. Or you can check on in your notebooks too, in your book, sorry. And then you see, and this is parallel to the x-axis as a horizontal line. Okay. Now look at this, the second one, monopoly. It shows, okay, the second is monopoly or monopolistic. Yeah, it is monopoly. So the second is monopoly. So it shows that if a monopolist wants to sell more, he will decrease the prices. So that is what it is. So if a monopoly firm desires to sell more units of output, it will reduce the price. So what happens with that? Both AR and MR will fall with the increase in output, but MR is always less than AR or price. So AR and MR curves are less elastic as compared to AR and MR curve in monopolistic competition. Okay. Why? For the simple reason that the monopoly, there's no other making that product. The monopoly firm has almost, his product is unique. So there are not many people who are, there are hardly nobody, maybe nobody knows about them, know about any other product, similar product. That is the reason. So that is why the elasticity is very little. And now we come to the third one. In monopolistic competition, again, AR and MR curves slope downwards from left to right. It implies that if a monopolistic firm desires to sell more units of output, it has to reduce the price. And we see that both AR and MR fall with increase in output, but MR is always less than AR or price. And we find that AR and MR curves are more elastic as compared to AR and MR curves under monopoly. Okay, so that means that the AR curves, the demand is more elastic than what it was under monopoly. So generally we find that marginal revenue is always less than the average revenue or price. So what could be the reason? The reason is that marginal revenue shows the addition made to the total revenue, and average revenue shows per unit revenue that a firm gets. So that is one reason. Okay, and there could be some other reason also. That's just for you to see. That becomes the higher order thinking question, as one says. So with that, we finish off our unit. The concept of revenues we finished. And in the next class, armed with cost and revenue, we are going to do what is known as producer's equilibrium. All this while we were trying to reach that place to show where is, after all, producer's equilibrium. So we will be doing that under perfect competition, where we will see, and in the short run, where we will, or even imperfect competition, where we find that we will be using the MRMC approach, basically.